Larko?
How good, Jess? Seriously, really good, great lap. And just saying to Brodie, I was fortunate. First of all, congratulations, mate.
Thanks, Larko.
Beautiful to watch. We knew at the start. I've got to say, very fortunate to have the benefit of watching the data. Acknowledge Stanaway across the top. Stanaway across there over everyone was just phenomenal, as was Waters took it to you. But let's talk about your lap, mate. It was absolutely brilliant. We start here. Before we get going, tell us about your warm-up lap. Did that go to plan? How were your tyres starting lap? Because we saw Heimgartner didn't.
Yeah, I think it was really hard to get the tyres up to temperature here, Larko being the hard tyres. So just tried to do my thing and try to replicate what I did in practice. And it's really important to replicate because engineers set the tyre pressures and any change can change how you start your lap. So yeah, I could tell coming off last corner to start my lap, the car felt on it. So Jack gave me a little tip going to turn one, big tailwind, so don't drive it in too deep. So tried to be a bit more conservative than what I was last year.
And you did, and it was good, mate, because right there at that corner, you didn't really gain anything, but you didn't give anything away to anyone. So there was nothing there. But I tell you, your entry as you come up into Griffin, cold tyres, front tyres really hard, but you carried really nice speed into turn two.
Yeah, and the car's been great through there all week, and I think I'm one of the only cars running third gear. So, yeah,
this bit.
Trying
really
to carry
nice.
The rolling speed, you've got to tuck it in real early, to make sure you don't roll off the camber of the road. So, felt really hooked up. I saw in my Delta that I was up on my lap that I did. So, yeah, going to this point
This was nice too.
Yeah, really difficult with the sun and, coming in the shadows. So, yeah, just tried to be as smooth as possible and play to my strengths coming up.
Okay, so this is where, to be honest, there was not a lot between Stanaway, yourself or Waters, all the way across the top. The three you actually left the others a fair way behind. A lot of commitment, picking a lot of throttle up at the grate. That was brave, Brodie.
Yeah, I was a bit nervous, honestly, going across the top. I was probably a little bit too conservative from what happened yesterday, but I knew coming down the hill here that, I could play to my strengths and the car's been awesome.
I want to stop it right there, just so everyone knows where we are. So we've come around, we've come up around the hill, come through McPhillamy. Now, I'll tell you up front, mate, you made some nice gains. Your car was beautiful. You were on the edge going down here. We'll have a look at the vision. Do you actually just recall this bit for us? It's a hard part of the track.
Yeah, I knew last year, you come shootout time, you always find a little bit more time in yourself. And, coming down the hill, the first thing I thought to myself on the warm-up lap is I hope that there's no chopper coming over the rise because, just change your vision. We're on the absolute grip limit there. So, yeah, nailed down the hill was, from wall to wall and the car was very hooked up. So it made my job easy coming to Forest Elbow.
Now, I'm going to tell you here, this is where you made the biggest gain in your lap over everyone. It was a big gain. You picked up a chunk of throttle here that I've never seen done before. Everyone comes down here. We know the car's understeer. You wait, and pick up the throttle. Right here in the middle of the corner, you've picked up a chunk and you carried it.
Yeah,
wow.
I thought I was just as surprised as you were. Believe me. George has been working on the car the whole week, and we knew that we want to play to the car's strengths here and make sure we get off this corner well tomorrow. But yeah, I got down in there and it turned so well. It was either I turn out of it or I just pick up the throttle.
So it turned well, so then I'll have another shot at the throttle.
Yes.
But it carried your speed like this all the way down the chute. And now we've seen this race line you've been using. Scafey's been talking about a lot. And I want to pick up on it here. I find this fascinating. Right here. You're using more of this asphalt than just about anyone, and we just want to show everyone at home. And Brodie turns the car here. Usually we turn the car along there, or this way, and everyone's doing this and trying to brake. Where you seem to turn it really dramatically, straighten the car up. Here we go, and you brake a little later, so you had another gain there.
Yeah, I had a really bad vibration going down Conrod, and I was trying to tap the pedal up, but yeah, pushed the pads back. We got a bit of knockoff, and yeah, was able to just get it stopped. I actually got both lock lights going into the chase there, so was able to jump off the pedal quickly and recover it, which was great. But yeah, and then just coming down to the last corner here, it's probably the hardest corner on the track at this point of the lap.
So Griffin's turn two, you've made a nice pick, a little bit at the cutting, not much across the top. Coming down the hill, great. Forest Elbow, outstanding. The chase, outstanding. Then you come down here. I don't know if anyone picked up. You reached over here and dialed your brake bias. What were you doing there?
Yeah, I was actually going backwards. I was actually going forwards, but yeah, I was. You get a lot of brake fade after the chase down here, so the front brakes are on fire, so you lose your brake balance a little bit. So I was just trying to dial the car in for the last corner, and probably didn't go enough. It was right on edge of the apex of last corner, but
well, you did go enough, mate. So I tell you, you went a little deeper here than everyone, but you hung on to it and carried the speed. So you made a nice little gain at the last corner. And we know as drivers, it's really hard to do. So you said you looked at your dash, know you're up, and you got to ask yourself, do I take a risk here? And you did.
Yeah, it's one of those things though. Being the fourth car out, you never know how fast the next guy's going to go. So at this point here, I'm just licking my visor, trying to make sure that I'm going as fast as possible, and just hope that the lap hangs on. So luckily it did, and the car was a pleasure to drive.
Well, I'm going to shake your hand. I'm going to give you a hug, mate. I reckon that was just a wonderful,
Thanks, Larko.
classic top 10 shootout lap. Thanks for coming down and joining us, mate. That was good.
No, thank you.